don't like Ian McGarty, for example.
No, Ian's awesome.
No, he is.
He's doing a map for me in a new
I love his maps.
zine product that's going to come out that I'm producing so I can get in the Frog God Humble Bundle.
So tell me this: is Mr. McGarty doing the maps? Is it something different than the one we played on for the test for Get Call Classics?
Similar.
Right on.
Similar. It's very jungle-tacular.
Jungle-tacular.
Yeah.
I like that word. It's like the fucktastic word we came up with in
Yeah, it's
Facebook. Yeah.
fucktastic, jungle-tacular. Hey everybody, this is Goddammit Zach. I know this is blowing your mind. We're back for 2022. We're alive. We don't look any better. At least I don't. I look like a fucking science tomato. Zach looks like a normal person because he's got the influencer lighting. So he's a he's a sexy beast over there.
Yeah.
I've just got
Fancy stuff.
yeah, I've got the troll in the office. Look, no, not even any hair. God, it's been a savage couple of years. How long has it been since we've done one of these?
Hell, I don't remember. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, I don't know. So last time we did anything Goddammit Zach related was when we did the small publisher seminar at Gamehole Con. And that's been Jesus,
3 months.
2.5 months. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 3 months.
We are closer to TotalCon than we are to that.
Yes, and that was a shit show perpetrated by yours truly. I have to apologize to everyone who watched the Gamehole small publishers seminar. My brain was not there for about the first 20 minutes. I could barely speak, but as the excellent host that I am, I had the ace card to play,
That's right.
and
What was her name? I heard she was awesome.
Crystal Mazer.
She was awesome. She was
I
incredible.
asked Crystal if she would come to be in the audience of the small publisher seminar because she is a freelancer in the purest form of the word. She has good ideas and works for companies and writes for them and does a ton of work and PM work and really just a sweetheart. And I was floundering. I needed to be burned at the stake up at the front table, but fortunately asked her to answer a couple of questions, and man, just the insight was like manna from heaven. So
No,
thank you,
it was.
Crystal.
I found it great because honestly, I don't know much about that. I mean, I know how to pay those guys and girls. I mean, I really do because they often send me invoices, right? But how they actually do what they do and how they do it professionally to me is it's a hard job, and she does it
It's
really
a
well.
hustle.
No, it's a real hustle. You have to. It's
You got
not,
to be motivated.
and it is hard sometimes. I bet to get motivated when somebody like me gives you an idea that we think is great. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. You like sit there and think about it, like this is really a terrible idea, but I still gonna get paid.
Well, it's no, actually, because I did a little, I mean, just a little tiny bit of freelancing on a couple of things, and it's hard. It's hard to go to a company and be like, hey, I'm a creative and I would love to write for you. This would be great. And have them say, cool, and pat you on the head and send you on your way. I mean, how long have I been talking to you about trying to break down the door and get a book licensed from Chaosium?
Forever.
Yeah. I mean, and literally I've been talking to you about it for a decade, right? At least.
It actually might just be a decade. I think it's about 8 years.
Yeah, so it's been the whole time we've known each other. I'm gonna get it this year,
I know. I saw the logo on the creepy bunny.
and it's not 100% yet because you know how it goes with
Hmm.
licensing. They've got to have the final say once they see your finished product. But at this point, it's been very well received. So um,
Well, you have some experience in this industry. I mean,
it's gonna be awesome. Well, that cover is just. I mean, it grabs you by the awful bits and says,
it
"Hey,
does. No, hey, hello.
take a look at this."
It has like weird piano music in the background just when you see it.
Oh, funny thing about that. Once I am more clear to tell people what it's about, you'll get why that in particular is very funny. I think you
Oh,
know about it though.
I don't think I do, but you can't say anything about it yet.
Yeah,
I'll,
I don't want to say anything yet. But yeah, so that's cooking. Zach, what's cooking with Frog God Games?
good God, so much stuff. We are still currently running a bundle, whole bundle with Alyssa Faden, featuring Alyssa Faden is what it says in the thing. I think it ends day after tomorrow.
Map assets.
Map assets, and it's doing well. It's like 5,000 sold, and it's got tons of maps in it. And if you miss the first one, there's a pledge level at the very top where you get them all, and there's like $700 worth of maps, all useful for you for your home games and such.
And just because you get these assets does not mean you will instantly turn into Alyssa. So you will
Yeah,
not be producing Alyssa level maps.
no one else can.
No.
I've watched her stream enough to know. But no, that's running right now. And then we finished a Kickstarter last year for Tone Wondrous Items, and that book is about ready to ship to the printer. And that's did real well. We're real pleased. We have a lot of backers. We just kind of switched our gears a little bit in terms of what kind of books we do. We're doing less expensive books with a little bit shorter page count, but we're going to try to focus more on some rule books. We have
Are
still doing
you
the short
telling
adventures.
us you're not doing 600-page books that was the Frog God norm forever?
No, because we're doing Splinters of Faith pretty soon. But in general,
Lord.
Splinters of Faith looks great, by the way. It has a cover. It has a lich riding a dragon. If that's not the most, as Casey would say, the most dungeon and dragony thing you ever heard, I don't know what is.
Yeah. No, that is full on old school D&D.
So as that Splinters of Faith is coming probably the end of the month. I don't know for sure the date. We're so busy and we're doing so many things that we're not churning as many of the larger projects out because we have the small ones going. Like we're launching probably Shepherd's Bane, which was done by Pete Spahn. We're launching that this week. In fact, I have to call Ken Spencer after this to talk to him about it. And then we're shipping out the Orcus books this week. Cool. Getting paper from China has been a challenge. I mean, for me, it's just management stuff mostly. I mean, though we're doing Whisper and Venom in the spring, and we had a company meeting that I listened to because I was in LA. But it's really weird to listen to a meeting about your content with everybody that you work with, and I'm sort of their boss, sort of. But hearing them talk about it, I was like really nervous. It's like I've no one had read before.
You're not gonna reproduce it like the box set, are you? Is it going to be a hardback book?
It's going to be a hardback book, but we're going to have some special stuff for it to be a little bit different.
Because you can't do that again in today's economy. You can't have a box set so full once you open it once you can never close it again.
Not if I wanted to keep business partners.
Yes.
No, Whisper and Venom was a boutique product when I did it, and it was cheaper because it was me. Because my time then was absolutely worth nothing. In terms of game stuff, it's all the stuff
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I know. But now, even if I wanted to do it now, we'll probably move enough units to where I couldn't physically do it if we did it that way. And I put each one of those together by hand.
Well, shit. Now I'm gonna have to get a new one. I've got the one. I think that's the one in the shrink wrap that I have.
The one in the shrink. Well, you have Death and Taxes in shrink wrap. I don't think unless I personally shrink wrapped Whisper and Venom for you after the fact, I may have. I have a shrink wrap machine, as you know.
Can I get a shrink wrapped Zach?
I don't think I fit.
Not in one piece.
Yeah, and don't tell Jen because she'll make sure that I work. Like, I'll come out looking like those pieces of if you go to the Oriental food store, they have really strange looking pieces of meat hanging on the vacuum seals.
Oh, I've been there. Yeah, we've got one at down in Seattle. It's a really good, authentic place, and man, there's some shit there I cannot identify. I'm pretty sure Cthulhu's in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's what I have. I'll be honest with you. I'll send pictures to Alice Pang when I'm in those stores so she can help me.
Yeah.
And then she said she sicked me on this thing that wasn't on the picture that I wanted, but it was next to it in the shelf. And she goes, "It's spicy." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm Mr. Tough." Oh my God. I didn't think I could die from spice, but that was so spicy. It almost killed Matt Finch.
That's a spicy meatball.
Oh, it was. No, it was delicious. But no, she's the one who points that out. So, side note, another RPG personality that I absolutely adore is her. So she's awesome. She was on that other show. I don't know, the Bad Mike or whatever they are. She was on their show and she did such a great job. Like she should just be the host. And these two dudes should be hanging out. You know.
Well, I think that's the deal with their show. Is neither one of them is the host. They're just hanging out. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't talk too much shit because
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
on
we
there.
do.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's true. But we do it with even less pretension if it's possible.
Yes, we are.
What is our goal here? 3 viewers. 3.
Hey, we got that's 3 more than I expected, and one of them's your wife.
Oh no,
She's keeping tabs on you.
she does that.
Yeah. Okay, so conventions
Or on
coming
you.
up.
Yep.
Conventions coming up. Total Con.
Yep. In-person conventions, it looks like everything seems to be going that way.
As Zach said, it is 45 days.
45
Ish.
days.
I don't know.
I think it's 44 and change now.
Okay. Well, I'm not getting down to the hours.
Well, it is on their website. That's how I know.
Oh, so everybody that's going to be in the Boston, Marlborough, Greater New England area. I don't know anything about that area, so I could be talking total shit right now.
If you're somewhere near Boston and you want to go to a gaming convention, if you're within a day of travel, New York all the way to Maine, I recommend highly that you try to attend because Angelia and Jen, the people who run that convention are awesome. They are cool. Angelia is the queen of gaming. She really is.
Don't leave out Steve.
I won't leave out Steve, but I care more about them because they're the ones who are nice to me. Steve just drives me.
Steve is always working. I see him maybe 3 times during the entire convention.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
And it's always like a blur.
Angelia and Jen got it figured out, man.
Yeah. No, it's a really good time. They have an excellent
it's a good facility.
Smorgasbord of games. It's not like one game dominates there. They really have something for everybody, and they have that Artemis ship game thing that you and like 7 of your friends can pilot a spacecraft. And I was absolutely not allowed to be the communications officer.
Yeah, I can see that. No, they have a lot of board games too.
That's what they made me. They wouldn't give me the guns. I had to relay messages.
Yeah, well, that's the only safe place to put you, I guess. But even that, I can see you effing that up.
I did.
No, but the con actually, what struck me most from the first time I went there, which was like in 2012 once, and then I have been back since the last 3 years. And I'll be honest with you, what strikes me the most about that con is that one, they're super friendly, but they're inclusive of every kind of game. They just love games in general. They don't just love RPGs or old RPGs or new RPGs or 5th edition RPGs. They love everything. I mean, they have a cool vendor hall. They have a lady who makes the best cupcakes ever for nerds. It's awesome.
God. Yeah.
No, and they have a great vendor hall. And the first night, see, Bill's not there this year, so I don't have a good plan, but they have a big game swap meet.
Yeah.
And if you are lucky enough to buy, like Bill and I did, 100 tickets each to get in the first 3 people to get in so we could buy it. You go in order of the line you stand in, and then you can buy. They have just all kinds of great stuff. I mean, great stuff. I don't know how they get that great stuff, but now Jen's coming with me this year, so I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. She's going to answer no in the chat if she's watching. I know it.
Nah.
She'll carry it home for me, won't you, baby? How's that?
It'll be okay. But one of my hands down favorite things about Total Con is, I believe it's on Friday night, they have the semi live action portrayal of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And every year I've gone, I've ended up going to that. And last year we actually got to be in the row with Alan Hammock was in our row, and I don't think he missed a line. I did not know that about my man.
Alan's hardcore, dude. Alan is one of the most hardcore people that I do.
He is fantastic.
No, he's great. He actually, he's really, really smart, and he tries to play it off by like being self-deprecating and funny, but he's like super smart, and whip good. Like a
Oh yeah.
don't ever try. Trading insults with him is not worth it.
No. Nope. That is not gonna work out.
Plus, I don't know if you knew this, but he wrote Ghost Tower of Inverness.
I think that's an urban legend.
Okay,
I don't think that's true.
that was my first AD&D module, so I have a kind of fan like devotion to that guy.
Oh yeah.
Can't help it.
No,
It might be a man crush. It just might be a man crush. I don't know.
I think the Soul Gem area is one of the most fucked up areas in RPGs.
No, I know.
Because
I
it's
can remember.
just like, are you gonna die? Are you gonna die? Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. It's a great tournament module, but it's fun just to picture it because all the extra planar stuff. I mean, as a kid, I was just like, who comes up with it? Now I know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always fascinating to try to remember what I thought of modules then and what I think of them now. And still trying to find that link. And I can do it for some people. Some people that never goes away, and then other things are like, oh yeah, it's like looking behind the curtain at a magic show. Once you know magic, it's like, oh yeah, I know how they did that.
But
But
there's still some tricks you're like, wow.
oh yeah, no, there's still some David Blaine level shit out there that you're going, I know magic and I have no idea how you did that.
Well,
You know?
I met Mike Pondsmith at TotalCon, and he is just amazing guy.
I
And
got to
got his
stand near him,
yeah.
but
No,
I
but
won't say hello.
I have I know that's what I felt too, but I didn't know it was him. He goes, hey man, that's a Dune shirt to me. I'm like, yes it is. And then I find out about 10 minutes later, like that's Mike Pondsmith. Like, man, that guy.
What?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was like, then I was all nervous. No, but I have his Cyberpunk book, a new one, and it has some really, really great stuff about it that I was like so impressed. I'm like, well, he got it, man. He got it.
The thing that I like about those books, and when you find an author that is like that really gets what they're writing, I just like reading the book and seeing where my brain takes me, so I can do something. I'm probably never gonna play Cyberpunk. I mean, we tried
You'd
to
like
do
it.
Oh, I'd love it. And we tried to get a game set up online, and it's just scheduling and shit like that just doesn't work out. So I still always tell myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna play that game. I'm not gonna fucking play that game. I got other stuff going on. But reading the books and using them as a resource, oh my god, it's a treasure. I love
I
that stuff.
I have 2 rooms filled with them now, and the funny part is I actually use them because one of the most fun things we do now at Frog God that we didn't do when you were there is I will go down to the game stores in Phoenix and I will buy a lot of things. And what I do is we get a camera, an overhead camera, and I'll go through books with like 5 of us on. We do like look at competitors' products and make some decisions and note things we like and things we don't. And it's just an amazing feeling to see how much good stuff is out there. It's also annoying as all hell because I want it to all be my stuff. But seeing what's happening in gaming is exciting just because a lot of companies are doing a lot of things that nobody was doing 5 years ago.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
Okay. No, that actually brings up a great point. I'm going to break through the glass barrier here. I've got something to show
your head is
off.
shiny. Your head is shining.
I know. It's a glorious orb.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens.
Ah, that sounds like your joints are hurting.
Oh, dude.
You still working out?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? I can't see it that well. Oh, ooh,
This is from our buddy Luau Lu.
oh, awesome,
Now,
awesome.
now the cover is super awesome. Okay, you see that?
Yeah, no, I do.
Cover look. Okay, that's one.
Ooh,
Then we have
ooh.
a double-sided map. The inside cover is a map. And there are 55 pages
Well done.
in this, including pre-gens. I didn't get a chance to super study it, but the layout in here is clean and nice, and I like it.
He's a good
And
dude too.
this is his fucking first one.
Oh, now you make me feel bad.
Yeah, kick him in his sack for doing something like this.
His knapsack, right? Knapsack.
Yeah, knapsack. Kick you right in it because you're taking a nap after I do that. No, this is an amazing product and makes me embarrassed for the ones that I did. So fuck you. Good job. But yes, I that was a perfect segue. The level of product that people are putting out right now, um, our our bald gorilla boy Levi Combs has his Jungle Tomb of the Mummy Bride for DCC is going to print, I believe, or it's at the printer or something.
I know his layout person. I tried to steal her, and she's
I
actually doing stuff for us.
Yeah, I got a preview PDF and then I got the backers PDF. Man, that dude is
Hardcore. Dude, I
he's a
love
hep cat.
Dude, Skullcano is one of my favorites, dude. I really love it.
Skullcano is awesome.
It's all over the top stuff, which makes it so great because he really has a knack for getting like this the over the top Saturday morning monster movie kind of feel.
Yeah,
that makes you just feel like it's not an adventure. It's more of a rompus, right? Like,
yeah.
it's great.
It's like not necessarily the Saturday morning cartoons, but like the shows that would come on right after that to transition you back into the world.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was in Arizona. We had the World Beyond at 10 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Alyssa Fadden came into the chat to say hello to all of us peasants.
Oh, that's nice of her.
Haughty bitch.
Do you know, I looked up a word. I found a word called Britunculus, and it means dirty little Britain. The Roman soldiers used to call the British people that. She's not one.
She is, though.
No, she's just British. She's not dirty little.
But isn't she?
She kick our ass. I don't think she's going to TotalCon, so I feel safe saying stuff. She has a long memory.
I'm channeling my cue ball brother Tom Tullis right now.
Yeah, you are. Your cue ball brother.
Yeah. All of us follically challenged after. It's a choice. We have to stick together.
Oh, man.
So what else is happening on the horizon there, Zacton?
Well, GaryCon after TotalCon.
Ah, yes. So I had a huge rant about trying to get flights to GaryCon. Man, a fucking pain in the ass.
Yep. I would love to disagree with you, but I just got off a plane. We were in LA, and I was surprised because right after New Year, you'd think it wouldn't be that busy, but it was.
Oh yeah, it's everybody trying to get.
Everybody's sick.
Gonna go. Yeah. Trying to spread the diseases around.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually going out early to GaryCon because I'm going to visit the Meinhardt collection.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna finally do that.
It's worth it. It's the most amazing thing. I took Jen before she was really wired in any of this stuff. My marriage survived that, but it's like a museum. I'm not understating this. It is a museum of fantasy role playing where he will allow you to touch things that you won't want to. You'll see things you go, no, look at it. Like, no, don't hand that to me.
No, I'm gonna be like that dude where they throw things at him and you just stand there and it hits you and falls down.
No, it's wild, but he has stuff that I've heard of, but I don't know what he's missing. But I saw something I want to ask him about because I saw they had Phineas Fingers rubber stamps. I want those. I don't know if I'll ever find them, but I want those.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. But he has everything. He's got beach towels, dude. He's got all the beach towels.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't he?
I want the beach towels.
You don't get the beach towels. You don't go to the beach.
Some of the best stuff, most of the best stuff I have, he sold me. He's the one who got me hooked up with the Fortress of Fangs, man. Fortress of Fangs.
I thought that was Levi.
No, Levi got me hooked up with Warduke,
Oh, okay.
who's hanging out right now in my Fortress of Fangs.
Well, there you go.
At night before I go to bed, I pull the figurines and I'm like, no, you can't have my, anyway.
Yeah, I do all of this stuff. I got stuff everywhere. I know about toys.
Yeah, too many toys. I want more toys.
I know. I'm waiting for my giant 3 foot tall Galactus to show up.
I've been lately. I've been doing a lot of the retro old video games, and I'm getting all the old AD&D games, and I've tried half of them, and some of them are very cryptic nowadays. And I remember these, so I don't even know if you showed this to somebody who got into 5th edition recently and they're in their 20s, they would want to know what on earth it was. Not was it as a game or not. Like, what is this? They have like the dungeon master's assistant that is just interesting, to put it lightly. But what's really interesting is there were all the very first ones of TSR were done by Bruce Nesmith, who's the now the lead designer, was lead designer of Skyrim for Bethesda. Yeah. He's one of my heroes. So
yeah, he's awesome. No, those games are crazy, and they were so awesome at the time because that was all you had. It's like I can play D&D.
Oh, I know. Whoa!
On a computer?
I know. They made quite a few of them. And they sold and here I thought they were like the biggest games ever. And I found the sales numbers out because Edwin Nagy asked me to write a quiz for a podcast about the old gold box games. I'm like, I can do that. But I looked up a lot of stuff, and 250,000 is all they sold at Pool Radiance the first year.
Yeah, but how many computers were there?
Well, I know, but thinking back,
250,000.
pretty much, yeah. No, but at the time though, I thought that this has to be a million seller. But you're absolutely correct. But that's the same insular group I'm in now, right?
Right. So well, now we have to watch what we're saying. There is a lawyer about.
Which one? Is it Mr. Jammer?
No, it's Ty.
Oh, Ty. Hi, Ty.
he's gathering dirt on you to use later.
Well, of course he is. That's why I was worried. I was like, Alex, I was going to go, thank God. No, anyway, I was just talking to Ty today. We were discussing many things, but one of them was Traveler. So anyway, excellent. So what else we got going on, Skeeter Green? GaryCon coming, you're coming there early. I'll be there.
So at GaryCon there's another convention going on.
No one cares.
No
there's a wedding. I'm more excited about the wedding than I would ever be at that convention.
I am too. The bad thing about the wedding though is right when it's going on is I'm going to be running a game. And I think the game might be
Satine, he does not like you.
That's
what he's saying.
That is not at all true.
I'm sad that Jameson's getting married because I like him too.
Yes, Satine and Jameson are getting married. Apparently Luke is officiating, which automatically makes it up for disqualification. So I may want to rethink that one. But
you got to roll your hit roll to catch that garter, man.
Yeah, no kidding. 20-sided are the gifts.
Did I get frozen?
I don't know. Are you frozen?
Looks like it.
Oh no, Zach.
All right. Watch this.
Oh boy.
I am frozen.
Oh,
there you go. And there we go. Okay. See?
Fair enough. Excellent.
No, so there's a wedding there, and then there's there's another convention going on that I don't even think we should bring it up, only because it's not worth saying.
Well, the only reason that I have any interest in bringing it up is
to stir shit up.
And I looked at it, and you can buy a ticket to go to this game convention that is happening outside in Lake Geneva in March, which, I mean, Wisconsiners
is it free or something?
Wisconsiners are a hardy breed, so maybe it's not that bad of a deal.
I'm from Arizona, dude. I was cold when we stood in front of the house on Center Street.
The minimum price to play in a game is $50 a seat.
Is it outside?
Outside from what I know, that may not be
Dude, I was
accurate.
freezing my ass off when we'd go play in that basement or at Gary's house that
And
day.
and the person who you can spend $50 to play D&D with, Venger. That is the least expensive. The other games, $100 a seat.
What did we pay to play with Strawberry that night? And remember we were there with Tom Tellis and all the
That
awesome
was
crowd of
that was
folks.
entirely different. It was
Yeah, but how
more.
much? What? Not
Uh,
much more than that, though.
it was
I
two.
mean,
I think it was 250.
yeah, but that was like one of the supreme moments of my life in gaming. I'm not paying $100 to sit outside to play a game. I don't care who it is.
That game, for people who have no idea what we're talking about, we got to play in the Gygax house, and we played a game, and I called down the thunder and had a fireball strike to end the entire evening,
As you would, as
as
he does.
as I do. But after that, the lovely lady who actually owns the house was there and asked a question about something in the attic. So a handful of us went up into the attic of the house and we're just roaming around everywhere. And it was such a surreal experience. And it's so small.
Yeah.
It's small boy house.
Yep. And the reason I got in is because Skeeter told you. I think he just bought me the ticket and told me I was going.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? How was I going to say no?" And the thing is like, "You want to play D&D in Gary Geiger's old house?" Like, what kind of question is that?
Yeah.
That's not a question.
I think that was what I did.
Yeah, no, that's not a question. That's an order, and like it's kind of like as you come down from Mount Sinai and smash the request for you done to throw the pieces in the ark.
And
Yeah,
and our buddy Tom Tullis was in that game.
he was, and you know what? He's the nicest person. He really is, and he doesn't realize how nice he is. But hashtag Tom is nice.
Oh boy. The shot fired. Okay. Tom, I got your.
He's a vegetarian too.
Wow.
I know.
That's
I bet you didn't know that.
that's ugly talk. How dare you, sir? Uh yeah, so there's going to be some shit going on at GaryCon. I expect there to be some chatting and hurt feelings and
I'm going to tell you right now that I give the over under on there being two cons at the same time to be. I think that there's only going to be one of being one.
well, I heard through the grapevine not a whole lot of tickets were sold.
I could have told you that without looking through any grapevines.
So I don't know. One of the things I'm looking for, since we have about 27 minutes in the show,
We have about two. We have 2 minutes left of content to go.
is for somebody to explain to me how, if you are a viable businessman, you create a company that has no products, you alienate your entire customer base, or at least a significant portion of your customer base. Then you threaten to sue the people you are supposed to be supporting.
Maybe he's on a show like Jackass.
I mean, I don't get it.
Well, maybe it's like a reality TV show that we're all part of and don't know it.
So,
Like, how can you go in and do the worst thing you could possibly do?
so some of you may have noticed this, the power of no, that is up on our screen, and it says Darlene speaks out. And if you have not,
Is it on our screen? I don't see it.
you don't see it.
Mm-mm.
Don't you see the? Am I not sharing this with you?
Probably not. But
You probably don't see it. Anyway, I see it on the
Oh,
live
okay.
feed, so it is being showed. And now, right this second, we're gonna show something else. That is Darlene's website, where you can go and you can support Darlene.
I backed your Patreon for the Lettertopia.
She made a very long Facebook post detailing what was going on with TSR 3.0 and their interactions with her. And it got to the point where a video came out from TSR 3.0 where there's a question of if there is a threat implied with lawsuits and all that stuff. And I honestly, as far as I'm concerned, anybody in gaming can like or play any game they want. I've said at length, gaming is like pizza. People have the flavor that they want. It's all just pizza. Let's belly up to the bar and, you know, enjoy some pizza. But if you get a round disc of bread and take a shit on it and then
I knew that was coming.
start
I saw this
serving
analogy.
it to people and say that we're trying to recapture authentic pizza, you look like an idiot. And that is the kindest thing I can say. You look like an idiot. And if I left it there, that just wouldn't be me. So if if you are going to be an entrepreneurial businessman from the East Coast-ish, and you have tattoo parlors where some of your employees have to wrestle in grits for raises, maybe being a role-playing game book publisher isn't where your talents lie.
It sounds like a strip club. I'm just saying.
I have some familiarity with tattoo shops. I have some familiarity with strip clubs. I was, for a couple of years, a bouncer in Pioneer Square. I know some of these people. I know I know what the archetype is like.
This is the same archetype.
Very similar.
Hmm.
And normally I wouldn't care because it's like, hey, you know what? You're not hurting me. You're not even on my radar. I don't give a shit what you do. Be stupid. Here's some more rope if you want to hang yourself, whatever. I don't care. I can't I can't be bothered. Where I find myself not being able to not step in is when you start to bully people and threaten them.
People you know
And
and we like.
and Darlene is somebody that we have gone to the North Texas RPG Con for
Garricon.
years.
I had a booth
Garricon.
next to her, Garricon. She's like the nicest person ever.
She is super sweet, and I always do my thing when I'm around her. Like I can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get next to her and I'm like,
I'm like a little schoolboy because she did the Greyhawk map, and
yeah,
I've just always I'm not like I used to spend hours poring over that, and she
yeah.
just does a beautiful job. And the thing is that
All of her work is amazing.
I've never met anybody who said anything bad about her. I mean, ever. And I met people who say bad things about all kinds of people, and no one's ever said anything bad about Darlene.
Actually, you have. You have met somebody who, according to Darlene, has said some heinous shit about her.
I don't want to meet him
And
anymore.
and I really drag my feet calling him out on this because I have my own personal issues with this individual, and I don't know if I can stop if I unload the floodgates about.
So don't.
Yeah. So um, there is somebody that very well known in the gaming industry that apparently treated Darlene awful back in the day and made it so she would not have anything to do with the gaming industry. She left for
I
years,
remember. I remember.
decades, and good for her. That's fantastic. The problem is that is not an isolated incident,
No, I know.
and
I've had a conversation with her about it, and she was very forthcoming. And I don't want to go into it
no,
except for
no,
that.
no. That's
All I
her
know is that
business.
anybody who did that to her is like just terrible person because I think the world of her. I think she's super talented, and I don't know.
Well,
I
and
would defend you almost as much, Skeeter, but not as much as I defend her.
the sad thing is that is not isolated to the mid 70s. I
I know.
mean, some of that is still going on today. And I I have to keep asking people like is this shit still going on? Cuz I don't see it. I am not around it. It doesn't happen to me or around me. I mean, I got the super luck card. I am the white guy who has a little bit of money. So there's a lot of obstacles I don't have. And I'm not trying to turn Goddammit Zach into a social show, but I don't know when this happens. But when I hear about it and some absolute fucktastrophe is trying to ruin somebody,
The fuckopolis happens
then there's a problem.
Fuckopolis now.
And as I said to a mutual friend of ours, I don't have a problem on social media. Like social media, talk is cheap, whatever. My problem is going to be when I'm in a hallway at a convention and I see this person coming down the hall. That's when I'm going to have an issue. And I'm going to start looking around for people going, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Yeah, you need a hand. You're
You're
gonna need a
either
handler.
you're gonna either need to get me out of this hallway or you're gonna need to post some bail for me. Here's my
Or you're gonna,
wallet.
yeah, you're gonna
use,
become
use, use
one
my
way or the other.
card.
You leave the hallway. You leave the
Yeah,
hallway. One way or the other.
yeah. This
Either in cuffs or like being dragged out by your friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna turn into a headline. And I already last year at North Texas made Gary Oliver very upset in the hallway.
Poor Gary
And
Oliver.
oh god, he has had to deal with so much of my bullshit.
He's
I
just
feel for that
he's like
guy.
he's the nicest person too. So
Sweetest guy in the world.
and
Uh,
he's a really serious dude. Like we never get to see it, but he runs like three businesses and like
yeah,
is super smart with finance and money, and no one gets to see that because they always see Gary carrying stuff in North Texas.
yeah.
And the thing is, he does a lot more than that.
Oh yeah. No, it's just uh, yeah. So on top of all this, I mean, attacking Darlene is one thing. I kind of expect that because that's sort of the petty bullying. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick on somebody who has no possibility of actually, lashing out back at me. Um, that is very much in that archetype mindset I was telling you about of the people I know from that kind of culture. Uh, and then to decide to allegedly go after Tim Kask. Now I watched Tim's Curmudgeon in the Cellar. It's the 2.0.3 episode that just came out a couple of days ago. And he was very articulate and to the point of uh, what he was trying to say, and very stand up, But if you are going to represent yourself as somebody who supports the old TSR, there is literally nobody more old TSR than Tim Kask.
No, that not really.
So you need to shut the fuck up. And if the old guard, the captain of the old guard, I'll go ahead and say that Tim is now the captain of the old guard. I mean, he's the man. If he says knock it off, if your company is supposed to be representing those guys, then knock it off.
I don't think they're going to listen to reason though.
No, they're not. But that's what I don't get it. I mean,
I'm
I,
glad you don't, Skeeter, because I wouldn't have a show with you if you did.
Yeah, it would probably be a bad thing if I understood it and went, "Oh yeah, I could see that."
No, that's why you're my friend because you don't understand. And I think that's why I'm friends with everybody else who doesn't understand it, which is just about everybody in the industry, but a very few bad seeds. So, which is why I think that the glorious thing is that you do have two options that weekend, and the other option is Gary Con, and Gary Con I think is going to be quite great. Like I hear our friend Jim Kitchen will be there,
Jim
and
Kitchen is going to be there.
I'm going to talk to him about art, and I'm going to see like our friends like Jim Wampel will be there,
Jim
and then
Wampler.
Jim Ward will be there. All these Jims around.
Yeah.
No, and it's like
Can't swing a
people
dead cat without hitting a
hitting
gym.
the gym. That's right. No, but it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to an in-person one. I think everybody's going to be smart about it. I think we're all trained long enough to be able to do the things we're supposed to do to keep us safe. And I mean, though I tell you what, the Omicron stuff, everybody's probably already been sick by then. Get the race going.
Yeah, it's bad news. But you know, I know this is a tinderbox subject, but wear masks. Be smart. Um, my suggestion is if you don't want to comply with with the rules of the convention,
Well, they'll kick you out if you don't.
well, yeah, I was rambling my way to a point here. Uh, think about what the convention is all about. The convention is for remembering Gary Gygax, the game he helped co or just created, whichever way you want to land on that battle.
There's a 400-page book all about that, and it's too complicated to get into here.
Yeah, I'm with all this stuff I'm happy to shit talk about. I'm not even going to get into that one. Um, this is about playing games, hanging out with your friends, and having a good time for a weekend, an extended weekend. So be safe, don't be stupid, um,
Say hi
and
to us.
say hi. I'm gonna have a vendor table with the Independent Publishers Union. I'm running some games. Zach is gonna be there. We're doing the small publisher seminar,
Yes, we are.
and I am potentially, if the stars all align and the great old ones are appeased, I will be revealing my first Call of Cthulhu module that I get licensed at GaryCon. So I'm very excited about that. Overly excited. I've already lapped myself. I'm starting to get excited again because
I've seen you do this many times.
yeah, I got all spun up, and some of you on Facebook have seen the cover, and it is every bit
No,
that
it's a great. Who did it?
creepy. I don't know if I can tell you.
Okay, don't tell me yet, but it's really exciting. I thought the cover was great. It was instantly like, woo.
Well, yeah, and once you get a little bit more of the story, the subtleties of the cover come out, and it's like, oh, oh, damn,
oh, oh, oh boy. Okay, now
yeah.
that, yeah,
Um, but I'll tell Zach since nobody's actually watching.
yeah,
You know what used to be at the Gary Con Hotel, right?
yeah, yeah. Ah, aha. Yeah, now I'm really creeped out. All right, got it.
Now it's a little bit freakier, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I am actually waiting on one piece of art that's going to amplify that whole connection. And it's done by the granddaughter of a very famous artist we all love that I'm sure you can't figure out from that hint.
Got it.
So,
I'm just being quiet now.
yes. Anyway, a lot of good things coming up. We've got Total Con in February. We've got Gary Con in March, which is a week after my birthday, so late gifts will be accepted. And then in the first week of June, we're back home at North Texas Con.
Yay. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to 2022. I didn't look forward to 2021 all that much, but I'm looking forward to 2022.
I thought about it, and I put some numbers together, and there is a possibility, outside possibility, but a possibility nonetheless, that SGP is going to release 16 books this year.
You don't ever learn, do you?
Never, never. I will fight knowledge till the bitter end.
Well, the good news is I know I can give you plenty of advice. You never listen to it, so I don't ever be held accountable.
Oh my God. There are so many people who give me advice and just say, why don't you ever learn? And I say, at this point, it says more about you continuing to give
That's,
me
that's what I
advice.
was going to say too. Is it says a lot more about me
Yeah.
thinking you have potential than I actually that's true.
Oh, come on now. You don't think that at all.
Oh, I used to. I
I,
used to have hope, Peter. Now I'm just I'm a shell, a husk. I'm a husk of my former self.
no, I am currently, I have one and a half zines done. The first and most of the second part of a zine that will be released for Swords and Wizardry and DCC MCC. And at the end of the year, it's going to be compiled into a hardback book. I'm going to do a Kickstarter for it, and I'm going to do a 5th edition version. But I can't do that till the end because those people like big books.
Well, you know how that
And
goes.
Crypt too.
And Crypt too. Yeah.
And
No
the
wonder,
Call
no
of
wonder you have no
Cthulhu
time to play
multi.
Demio. No wonder you have no time to play Demio.
I actually played Demio today and fought the Root King and Queen. Got her down to 2 hit points left. The big guy that you can't kill had 12 hit points left, and then I strangely couldn't hit anything anymore. And then in one round, he downed all 4 of my characters I played.
You should invite me to those kind of things.
I have invited you to those kind of things, but then you tell me you want to play Racket NX or something that makes me sick.
I'll play more Demio. I'm sad now. All right, Skeeter Green. I just want to let everybody else know that I'm on a live chat on the Frog God Games Discord here in a few minutes. And so if you want to ask any specific questions about Frog God Games or about Skeeter Green when he's not there, I'm there to answer those questions. And I will be there on Discord probably a little bit after 7. Skeeter Green, what else got coming up soon? Anything else?
Hopefully a nap.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, this was fun. I just want everybody to know that Skeeter gave me about a day's notice, and I had no idea what do you want to talk about or why. And it because we have never had a show notes, having no show notes didn't seem to matter. So thank anybody who watched. I appreciate it. Skeeter Green.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Zach.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming to our little show today.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye, everybody.